Miko Peled described his visit to Iran in May of 2018 as follows: and meeting young Iranian cadets. I entered the prayer hall, accompanied by a translator and several reporters who escorted me throughout the trip, and we were greeted and led to a seat with a microphone. About 10 rows of young men seated 20 across were on the floor with their legs crossed, and another 100 or so people in civilian clothes who were seated along the walls of the large hall. Though I would have expected young cadets in training to be sleepy and restless, they were attentive and well-groomed. Clearly the cream of the crop of Iranian youth, and there I was, holding the two identities with whom they may find themselves fighting a deadly war. I made up my mind not to hold back and go all out. Then he said this. Quote, though I am introduced as an American, and I do reside in the US, I am actually not from the US. I am an Israeli, son of an Israeli army general, and I too served in the Israeli army. I am here today because I reject Zionism and the state of Israel that was established on stolen Palestinian land, at the expense of Palestinian lives. End quote. He told many lies in what was quoted above. Number 1. He lied when he said he only resides in the US and not from the US. It was only his American passport that made it possible for him to enter Iran, or else he would never have been allowed with his Israeli passport. Number 2. When he said he rejects Zionism meant only that the foreign Jews who were planted on Arab land against the wishes of the indigenous people will remain when Zionism is no more. Peled likes to make Palestine like South Africa, where apartheid was replaced by a democracy and the whites remained. But the blacks never forgot what the whites did to them and have never stopped murdering them, and the whites have been leaving South Africa in droves. Mr. Peled never wants to compare his apartheid state with formerly colonized Arab countries like Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, Egypt. He does not like the notion of not having a second homeland on Arab soil. Miko Peled never stops bragging about 1. Being the son of a general. 2. That he was born in Jerusalem. 3. That his grandfather signed the Declaration of Independence. 4. That is he an Israeli. I would like to remind him that the Arabs successfully removed from Arab lands the Crusades, the British, the French, the Italians. He needs to be reminded that he is the last of the European colonial invaders, and the reason why they have not yet been removed is because they made arrangements with the most powerful nations on earth to come to their aid, and the powerful nations, and especially America, never disappointed the European colonial invaders who like to call themselves Jews. Palestine is the land of the Palestinians and not of Jews from the Ukraine or Poland or Germany or Lithuania or Hungary. If the Ukrainian Jews like Miko Peled are not willing to simply vacate from the stolen Arab land, means that a lot of blood would have to be spilled in order to remove them. Why not vacate peacefully?